Hey, Da Vinci.
Hey, how's it going? We were just joking around about how we got to put some music on the countdown. Like we got to start singing. We'll sing to you. What do you guys think about that? We'll be singing like
Exactly.
Bitcoin, please
Go
go
to
to moon.
moon. Exactly.
Stop going sideways now.
Having a good
You're
laugh
like,
indeed.
hell's no.
Happy
Oh
Sunday. Happy
damn.
Sunday.
Yes. I hope you guys are doing well, man. Hope you're 5 by 5 in the pipe like the rest of us here in Dubai. Man, thank you guys for coming out to watch, right? Really appreciate all of you guys, all 300 of you guys that are showing up. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let's get to it. How you doing today, Mr. M?
I'm doing great. There was a little bit of an accident before, literally before we were planning to go live.
Exactly,
So I
exactly.
kind of broke
You
it.
were injured, right? On your thumb.
Look.
You want to show your injury?
So, it's the times for the show today. I mean, nothing crazy, but I basically destroyed a glass bottle. So there is glasses everywhere in my kitchen, but I'll deal with it later. But it's all good. It's all good.
All good in the hood. All right. So hopefully the cats are going to be okay. And yeah, let's get to the news for today. We're going to be doing news, presenting you with the news for the week. And it's been an exciting week.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff going on. Of course, with Bitcoin going to, all-time high this year. And then on top of that, Kraken losing its Kraken.
Yeah.
But before we go on to that, I want to talk about the meetup that we're having. We're going to have a free crypto meetup, right, with me, DaVinci J15, and my friends. Of course, Maurizio, you're going to be there, right?
Yeah, I'll be there indeed.
Yeah, Carl's going to be there. And Crypto Kid is also going to be there. And maybe a few other people as well. Who knows? Chris might show up. Who knows, right? We'll never know who's going to show up. We're going to have maybe one or two more people at this meetup. So make sure you come out because it's free.
Yeah.
If you're in that area, right? Come on down and join. Say hi, take some pictures and so forth, right? All right. With that said, let's move on to the first news of the day. Okay. ARK Invest report reveals 70% of circulating Bitcoin supply remains unmoved for a year. This is most likely true because, Bitcoin's database is a public ledger. So everybody could look at it. Everybody could do an analysis on it, right?
Yeah.
Not just the one person, right? So if you don't believe this, you could actually verify this yourself, right? By doing the analysis because the data is public to everybody.
Yeah, they say don't trust.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What was that?
Sorry, they say don't trust, verify, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And this is so easy to verify, right? With the public ledger. Okay. In the newly published report by American investment management firm ARK Invest, the leading cryptocurrency Bitcoin has found support from strong holders, diamond hand holders. Are you diamond hands?
I'm the diamond thumb at the minute.
And improved institutional sentiment. Now, can you imagine if we get some institutional diamond hands? We already have one. Who could you think of? Which institute, right, other than Grayscale, do you think of when you think about diamond hands? Michael Saylor.
Exactly.
MicroStrategies.
MicroStrategy.
Yes.
Yeah. Michael Savior.
Yeah, exactly. Those are some strong diamond hands.
Indeed.
All right. ARK details that during the month of June, the supply of Bitcoin that has not been moved for at least a year reached an all-time high of 70% of the current circulating supply. Yeah, we ain't moving. We ain't going nowhere. Right? And you know what? And this is 70% of the current currency that's not been moved. What about the Bitcoin that's like been moved in the last year, but only been moved for purposes of consolidating, moving it into one unused address? Like, for example, let's just say somebody explains to the corporation or millionaire, hey, I know this is a low probability, but by design, you should really move everything to a one address that you haven't used so that you could actually ensure that no one could steal it. Imagine those numbers, right?
Yeah, and then halving, hello, in little bit over a couple of months, was it like middle of April so far kind of thing? So there's going to be a reduction from 900 to 450.
Yeah, imagine the other hands, the diamond hands that are just new diamond hands that are within the year. Like I'm diamond handing this the last in the last year, and that's like maybe 50% maybe of the moved bitcoins. Can you imagine that? Whew. We don't know what that percentage is, but man, that would be that would mean a lot of upward movement before those diamond hands move. Okay, Ark Investment, Ark Invest investment firm has focused on disruptive technologies. Has published a report discussing Bitcoin recent momentum. Yeah, there's a lot of momentum. All right, the leading cryptocurrency has outpaced nearly every traditional asset during the first half of 2023, climbing more than 80% against the US dollar. Okay, dude, the reason why is because it's the first asset. It doesn't matter how much the price is. Doesn't matter. You're not gonna get any more. You're not gonna entice more to come into the market other than the ones that already exist. You have to give the people like us, like me and Maurizio here, a reason to give you our Bitcoin.
Ain't going to be easy. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. And by the way, to jump in quickly, sorry, sometimes people say, oh, only 21 million. Well, guys, it's not 21 million because some have been gone lost, right? So how do you know, Da Vinci, 17 million, 18 million? Do you have an estimate number, the one that we...
It's around, the low end is 3 million and the high end is 7.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you take 5 as an average. Well, then there you go.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. So what you gonna do, right? When you have like a large portion of those bitcoins, they're just never, ever, ever going to move because they can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's even less supply than there is than the 21 million, right? But there will always be that perception that they can move, so that's another thing. But effectively, they'll be raising the price in hopes that something's going to move. Someone's going to move theirs to their hand, right? And that's the only way they can get more Bitcoin is show me the money.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this Kraken, right?
Oh,
Kraken has lost its mind. Kraken started requiring info on self-custody crypto wallets ownership in the UK. Hey. Yeah. Do you know what Nunya is?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. M, do you know what Nunya is? What does Nunya mean?
None of your business.
What does it mean? It's a Nunya.
By the way, it's not just Kraken. Like I have some friends in the UK because I lived for 20 years in London, and they told me that many others have been following. It's like a UK regulation thing, and they require people to do like hey, let me know, self-custody. Apparently, Crypto.com, CRO, have done a questionnaire. You have to go online and fill in, response to many questions. I mean, they've lost their mind. Nanya, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, Kraken, a U.S.-based cryptocurrency exchange, has started requiring additional information in the UK regarding the transactions of self-custody wallets made to and from its accounts. Oh my god.
Yeah,
like
bad.
I'm speechless at this nonsense. But it's okay. The UK has done this before, right? Did you know about this? That the UK has done nonsense like this in the past to technology? For example, I think it's called Flagman.
Oh, for the car.
Okay.
Yeah. It's for the car industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see here. See, they're not gonna like make it easy for you to find that truth, right? Because it's like it's embarrassing, right? It's embarrassing regulation, but it's somewhere. I mean, we'll find it another time. But it was like they were telling you they had to have a man running in front of your car, flagging, letting people know that hey, a car is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this kind of behavior set them back, decades in the automotive industry, decades.
Yeah, that's why he's gone big in
doing
the
it again.
US, right? That's why he growed in the US because the
exactly.
UK basically said we don't want it. Okay, well then the US took it and they grow it into. I mean, Ford
Exactly.
probably grow it into a multi-million business, right there.
Yeah, and so they're just doing it again. So, congratulations! All right, UK. All right, so as you know, guys, I'm part of CoinW. If you want to be a part of it, you can head over to coinw.davincij15.com, where we also have a private group available for you guys. Links are in the description below. You can actually join that private group only if you sign up with coinw.davincij15.com. If you have problems getting there, just make sure you type in http:// the coinw.davincij15.com, or you can hit the links in the description below or in the pinned comment. All right, moving on.
Oh,
Okay,
this one is
there's
juicy.
a saying.
This one is juicy.
Yeah,
Getting ready for this one.
there's a saying. Show me a high, and I'll show you a buy. And what's happening is we're seeing all-time highs across all kinds of currencies. You're like saying, yeah, but there's weak currencies. Don't matter. Right? See, if you were, let's just take a look at this currency right here. What is this? What's this one right here? Argentina peso. So if you bought right where it made the new high, look what you're doing. You're pretty good. You're doing all right. Right? Let's take a look at this currency. You bought exactly as it broke out in Nigeria. Yeah, you're living well. You're living well. And look what's happening here. Look, an upward movement, downward movement, and then straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look what's Bitcoin doing, right? Just quickly. On a weekly basis. Let's see here. Let's bring up.
Yeah, Lucas, by the way, you are correct. Also, all-time in Japan in 20 different currencies, all-time high, like we are saying, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I can't do it out here. I got to do it this one. Boom, boom. Weekly.
I mean, if you think about it, we're only, 30% away from the all-time high on the dollar. So the euro might be coming in soon as well, right? So I don't know what the price was on the euro, but it would be, I think it's going to be close now because... yeah, maybe like 10, 15% or something away. So we're coming. We're coming.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if we do the same thing, right, that these guys are doing, that all these other currencies have done, right, which is a likely possibility, right, where see how they pumped up and then collapsed a little bit down, right? They were like, boom, and then down, and then off we went, right? Wouldn't be surprised if we do the same thing, right? Boom. Turkish lira, right? What's this? The Ukraine dollar,
I think, yeah.
right?
I think so, yeah.
See how it came up to the top, came reversed back down. So we're going to see something similar, right? Where we come up to either to the all-time high or just below it, right? And come back down. And that would be your last chance. Your absolute last chance to buy cheap Bitcoin. Just so you know.
And then he's going to do skadoosh and he's going to go.
Kaboosh. Yes.
It's happening.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be
indeed.
fun. It's going to be epic.
Yeah. By the way,
Crazy.
just a fun fact. I don't know if you've seen, but there is about, I mean, I'm sure you have. It's about 4,000 Bitcoin scooped up a day from all the ETFs. I mean, and we're going to the halving, like we said in the beginning, which means from 900 Bitcoin produced, mined a day, we go to 450, and there's those people keep buying 5,000 a day. I mean, at some point, we're gonna have to encounter an issue here, which is not enough, right? This is a good one.
So yeah, I mean, you don't want to be left behind, right? You have to be buying Bitcoin right now. It doesn't matter if the price is high, if the price is low, right? You buy at this point. If the price goes down, you buy. If the price goes up, you buy. You just buy because we're going to all-time highs and beyond. Period. There is no other option for Bitcoin. And if you don't buy, and then you come back knocking up, because I know there's going to be people here who are watching right now who's like, I don't know, man. We are so high right now. Do you really think it's going to go higher? They're like that, right? And I get you, right? We're a little bit overbought on the daily, not so much on the weekly just yet, but on the daily 4 hour, yeah, I see that, right? But, right? When are you going to buy? Because you didn't buy at 16. You didn't buy at 25. You didn't buy at 43. Where are you? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Right?
That's why it's better to do DCA, right? Because if you are waiting for a price to hit before you buy, you might won't see it. Remember Da Vinci when in the previous cycle, we were at $3,000 and everybody was calling 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Mm-hmm. I know people, plenty of people, they were waiting for the $1,000 and they even never bought. So my advice would be spread your buy into multiple. So do a DCA, dollar cost average in. Because if you are waiting for that 15, 18, 20, you might won't get it. So you might as well DCA, right?
Exactly. That's 100% true. Yeah. So there probably was just a wick higher, but this is interesting, right? If we look at the pull, this might have a little bit of a pullback here now that it just came up to the top here. May not, right? But that's what we're looking at. I wish I had I didn't have that this here, but anyways, yeah. So look for something that's similar, where you can see there's a little bit of a pullback there at the end there, and then it took off. So something like that is coming for the dollar, and it will probably look exactly the same like all the other currencies. So in general, right? It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but you know that's coming. Don't wait for that. Just buy, because it could come at a higher level, and the pullback's only to 50,000 where your price is right now, and then go higher. So you don't know what that's going to be like. So don't do that. Don't be waiting for the pullback. Okay, whatever, dude.
Exactly.
You've been waiting for the pullback.
Exactly. Sorry to jump in. We talked about Michael Saylor earlier, right? You know there is a website, michaelsaylortracker.com, where he shows all the green dots where he purchased Bitcoin. He bought the top consistently in the last run, and yet he's in major profit because also he DCA the bottom. So they kind of averaged in. So that's the best thing you can do, which is like dollar cost average, man. That's the thing. That's it right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Van Eck slashes spot Bitcoin ETF fee to 0.2%. Fidelity cuts EU ETF fee to 0.35. You know, competition is good, right? Rockefellers said competition is sin because they helped create the Federal Reserve System to help wipe out their competition, but whatever. So, yeah, there it is, right? We get better prices when we do have competition, right? That's why Grayscale started, losing its money because their competition, right, was charging like these low fees for their Bitcoin. Now, I'm still skeptical that these Bitcoins are going to show up in these ETFs for sure, real Bitcoins. But we have to look at the price and say, yes, that's most likely happening, right? That's the price wouldn't be where it is today, period, right? It would be lower.
Yeah, I mean, so far only one ETF issuer released a wallet. I thought it was brilliant, by the way. They basically said, okay, here's the wallet where all the money are, and you can check it on the blockchain. I thought it was super awesome, but only one has done it among 12, I think, issuers. So, but this is good. Like you said, the fact that they're fighting for the fees, that's good for us, because let them fight. You know, they'll fight over and over, and we'll get cheaper fees. Good
Exactly.
stuff.
All right, Caspa has been pumping as well, and this is a new cryptocurrency that could come out on top with Bitcoin. Caspa, why? Because it is using a unique system for proof of work, and it's faster blockchain, right, than Bitcoin. So obviously, it's also cheaper. So ever since I looked into it, I was like quite surprised of what they're doing. Now, my concern is this might not be secure, and here's why. Bitcoin had only like one hard fork. I think it was that where everybody had to upgrade, or maybe two. I might be wrong about that one, but I think it was only one hard fork. And I've opened up the application right now, the their Casper application, and it doesn't work. And why is that important? Why should their application always work, right, no matter what, and not require updates, even though they're pretty early? I mean, application, but it's still. I mean, they've done a very good job with the application itself, and their protocol should be solidified. The reason why proof of work has no use case, has no value, if you have to upgrade everybody all the time. Why? Because you can send out an update that says, well, that the transaction didn't happen. Get it?
Yeah, fair enough. So you
understand?
you override the entire network.
Exactly. You can tell everybody that this transaction didn't occur, that this happened, or something else happened, or there's going to be more. Right? And if you allow that once, and you allow that twice, you allow that multiple times, well, then, the government will say, you're going to allow that to happen the way we want it, if you're big enough. That's the problem. So unless they ossify the protocol, right? And ossification means, when something is hardened and fixed in place, right? So that all versions of the software continues to run no matter what. Their security is flawed, is my concern. And so right now, I'm running the application and it stopped working.
Oh,
I don't know why.
so did they required you to
That's the
do
problem.
an upgrade then, or an update? That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a problem. Today, I can run the old version of Bitcoin and it runs no problem. I can send my Bitcoins, receive my Bitcoins, and no problem. Right? That's the whole key. Right? So, and the reason why do you want that is so that there is no way for government to say, well, we're going to change this protocol. No, dog. It's not happening. Nobody's accepting that update.
I never thought about it, but that's a really good point, because then it's not decentralized any longer. That's it. It's just controlled by whoever released the last update. That's true.
Yeah. So I like Caspa still, right? But they're going to have to ossify the protocol in order for them to do well. Because right now, you know what, they seem to be doing very well and everything else with their project, and they're going to add what's it called, a virtual machine. I don't know if it's going to be an Ethereum virtual machine, or they're going to run a virtual machine so that you can run applications or contracts on it. But I don't think that's a good idea personally, but whatever. People are interested in this, so I'm interested in buying some. So I do have a bag of this as well. Do not, please be careful of all this. I see this all the time. This happens a lot. This is a scam because Casper is not running on the what's it called?
MetaMask, yeah, MetaMask.
On the Ethereum or any other blockchain that's Ethereum based. So notice how they scam and said, "Oh, empty wallet's not eligible," meaning that if your wallet's empty with no money, they can't steal anything.
Wow.
This is a scam. This is a theft. 100%. Please be careful, people. This is every single cryptocurrency that comes out, they'll do this. That does well. Notice that they go after the poor people by saying, they're smart by saying, oh, it's $500. So it just seems so small that, well, I guess they're giving it away. No, they're not.
They're taking it.
These guys are taking it.
Wow.
Right? And it's not the Casper community or Casper developers are doing this. It is thieves, basically. So please don't fall into that trap. Thank you.
Have you seen with the AI?
All right.
Someone has taken the Michael Saylor face with deepfake, and they've done a giveaway. So there was Saylor talking to the camera, and there was like an address on the bottom of the video, and they scoop up millions because people thought, because basically the video said, if you send me over 1 Bitcoin, I'll send you over 2 Bitcoins. And people sent pieces of Satoshis or whatever, and they scammed so many people. And it's like, guys, be careful. No one is going to give you free stuff. Don't click on anything. You're not 100% certain. And if you want to do around and play with tokens, NFTs, please, for the love of God, have a separate wallet, right? That's your wallet, which you have maybe a couple of dollars in there. And if they scam you, who cares? So keep your stack safe. Super important.
Exactly. Whew, wow, we have a lot of ups for the week. Wow, we have this LPT coin, all these up 100%, so doubled money in a week, right? Even this one, almost you doubled your money in 1 week, and probably
Wow.
If we were to go longer, it would probably be let's see if there any of them over 30 days. Damn, right?
Crazy.
How many is that? That's for in the last 30 days. That's quite a bit. 1, 2, 3. I would say about 20 of them. I'm not going to count them, but anyways, in the last 30 days, it's pretty decent, right? But keep in mind, some of these have very low volumes. As you see, the 24-hour volumes of these things will indicate that you would not have gotten out unless you put in small amounts of money. Okay. So please be careful of that when you're dealing with cryptocurrencies. Okay, let's choose one of these. WorldCoin.
Sorry to jump in. This is super relevant. DRV Crypto says, literally today, a fake Da Vinci sent me a DM about AI trading. Yeah, it's not Da Vinci. Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? There's so many out there. So we will never message you guys, never send money. Don't click on anything. They're scammers. Yeah, relevant.
Exactly.
Sorry, just want to show it.
Wow.
Oh my God, this is the retina scanning thing, the WorldCoin.
Yeah, the scan your iris coin, right? I don't know. It's pumping. I don't agree with what they're doing. But hey, you know what? Don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it.
Trade it, yeah.
A little bit late to jump in on the bandwagon on this coin. Right, don't agree with what it is about, but hey, you know what? It already pumped from February the 5th lows, right? We missed this one, and you shouldn't be chasing this up here, right? If it wants to come back down to the $3 mark, that's where you should be buying. At no other point, if you're interested in buying this, because hey, will they get another pump? Probably. Okay. But $3, around the $3, right? You can probably even start buying at the $4 level, just above the $4 level, but nothing else beyond that. If you're looking for a further movement upwards, because there could be further pumps, because a lot of cryptocurrencies will be doing very well in the next little while. Okay, let's go to again 7-day 500, and let's choose another coin. Wow. Well, whatever this is, nervous network.
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay, this got me nervous.
Oh my, look at that.
Alrighty, this thing pumped in the last bull run, and came right back down to where it was before, and then now it's pumping again. So because it came back to where it was, it's probably not going to come back up all the way up here, guys. That's my TA. I really think it's a very low probability of that, but let's just take a look at what it does. Neuros Network is an open source public blockchain ecosystem. Ooh, another blockchain, another layer one, most likely. Let's see here. Yep. It's goal to create a peer-to-peer crypto economy network where users can access wide range of provably secure services and capabilities. Nervous mainnet launched in November 2019 with a novel dual layer architecture. Okay, yeah, come on, man.
I like the fact that it was probably secure. Probably secure.
Probably, yeah. I know. I was saying that. That was a little Freudian slip there.
No, but that would have been
probably secure.
That would be funny as hell. It's probably secure. Nervous network.
Because I'm like, probably. That's what my mind was going.
No, but that's why it's called. That's why it's called nervous network. Because it's probably. It's probably secure. Amazing. I mean, they could have picked, they could have chosen a different word right there because that's not probably it's not the best.
Technically, we could say, okay, well, this thing's probably got more to run because it blew up already, right?
Wow, look at that!
And we're just gonna have to wait for it to come back down a little bit before, if it comes back down to the 75, right? We're from the jump off points. The jump off points probably most likely in this area here. You could consider buying at that level and then seeing how far this thing takes you, but don't bet the farm.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I see all the questions. Thank you so much. There's going to be a Q&A segment, so let them coming. We're gonna look into it later. Thank you.
All right, so let's take a look at some of the coins that have done not so well in the last week.
Oh, that was funny, man. I'm just crying for the probable secure.
All right, so look at this thing. Now, if you run from this and you say, okay, oh my God, this is dying, no way. Well, yeah, there could be something wrong here because it's going down. But this, for most coins, when they just constantly go up, is normal. Right? It's just like, come on. Really? Really? This was like a big move up to 17 cents from the lows, let's just say September lows of 0.0, like less than a cent, like a penny. So 17x. Let's just say 1 penny and 17x. Like, come on.
Wow.
Really? So I would do a Fibonacci retracement and on this thing. Let's see if we have this thing up. Let's see here.
Let's go assemble.
What's it term? ASM. Okay.
ASM, yeah. My God, look at that. It's like, yeah, we're going. Nah, not this time, right?
Yep. And so I would start right at the lows here. And so we can say the 88.6, and there we go. It's right here. 78.6 looks like a juicy buy zone here. You can buy that, but then you start nibbling here. But I'm telling you, the 88.6 is the most likely. Oh, you know what? Wait a second here. This is not low enough. Damn. That's where it is. The 88.6 is exactly where. See how this was the real jump off point. We started to pump a little bit, and it's like went doubled, and then it went sideways for a while, and then the real action started. So this is definitely the buy zone. This 78.6, if you in here, you could buy, but this 3 cents around here is where you want to be a buyer. And unfortunately, you might have to wait a long time for this to come back up again.
Yep.
Right? If you're a buyer down here, you just have to suck it up. But there's a chance here at the 78.6, right at the 4 cents, that we have a dead cat bounce, because this is too far away from its moving averages, so we could end up at the moving averages really, really fast. So be careful. So you could probably trade it that way. Only trade because, well, let's see here. It might give you a double. Yeah, it might give you a double on the 78.6. So that's the one thing you can definitely do, but it's all a risk. So
yeah.
All right. So I don't know what this coin does. I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna, not gonna bother researching into it because, well, I want to move on. All right. Next coin. I'm gonna do another one of these. Which one? Pandora or Huobi? Which one?
The Pandora is it's the new format, no? The 404, the ERC 404. Remember we talked about it on our catch up. I think it was Monday last week. Is that the 404 token, the new standard, the NFT, the fraction NFT thing? Is that Pandora?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's see, because I think it might be that one, the new ERC 404. That they want to fractionize NFT. Yeah, there you go. ERC 404.
You're right. There it is. Yeah. You are absolutely correct. Yeah, and so we talked about this, and my only problem is this idea is not going to work. What the hell is this? Whoa. Oh, that's right. There's only 10,000 Pandora. Okay, wow.
It's pumped like crazy. I was reading that ever since they launched, everyone went crazy with this 404 ERC, which I don't know, by the way, if the Ethereum Foundation has approved them yet. So they might be under.
Well, I don't know. I don't see how the way this ERC20 is written, there has to be, like, for example, let's go to face mode and talk about this one for a little bit on my channel. And so the way I see it, right, for Pandora is that there has to be, the contract has to have some way of, like, 51% or some percentage can take control of the asset by either A, paying the last known price for the rest of them, the rest of the tokens into the contract, right? And then the contract takes all its tokens, all the fractions that you have. Like, so let's just say you have 51%, and it was broken into 100 tokens. You give them, and it was 51 tokens you got. So you give them all 51. You give them the price, the last price traded price, right, for the rest of the 49, and then you get the asset. If you own the token, the maximum you can get still is the whatever it becomes a base price, basically. Is that price that he paid for the
last transaction,
actual NFT. And so when everybody pays off that NFT, right, they can go get that. They can get it from the contract. Here's my token. I'm going to get it from that contract, right? And that's how you do it. I think that's the only way to do it. Um, and but some people might say, well, that's not fair. Well, I think there has to be a percentage, right, somewhere where somebody could pay it off, right, and get the whole NFT, or else that's a problem.
Exactly. That's the argument. I agree with you, because otherwise, how would you be able to own? I mean, if you break the asset into multiple pieces, which is great, that they do it with art. You can buy a piece of a painting if you want, but it's kind of made in a way where if someone would like to purchase all of them and own the 100% of the painting, it's possible. But in this case, like you're saying, it won't be the case. So I'm not sure how they're going to solve this problem. It's a major issue, because what if what if you never be able to recoup it? Then the NFT is gone into pieces and it's not the NFT any longer. So that's a tricky one. I don't know how they're going to sort it out. To be honest, I have not looked into it that deep, but it's a big challenge. What do you think? Yeah.
I think the best way to sort it out is that, but then to the technical programming of it is like horrible. Is whatever percent after 2 years, there's a percentage of what's been never moved, right? Is the percentage of what you could buy. 50% of what's been not moved. Oh, it has been moved, actually. What has been moved. So, for example, if the token sits around, right? If a percentage of that token is sitting around, like let's just say 50% of the token is just not moved. Well, only 50% and the other 50% has moved. 25% of the total tokens, 25.1%, is the amount that you can buy or own, and then say, okay, the rest I could buy with the last traded price.
Or maybe an auction system.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, that's a good idea. But so you allow people to at least say, hey, I want to have the majority, or if not all, and I can. Maybe through an auction system or through a price-based system, but you allow people to basically get the pieces back together, right?
Exactly. And so what would happen is then you could move your asset once, and that will indicate that you're voting against that other person. You know what I mean? In that 2 years. And this way, right, you just have to move it from one address to another and back, right? And so that's a vote against the other person, effectively. Right?
Okay, that makes sense.
That's trying to put it all together. And so then there will be applications later on that will automatically move your fraction. Right?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I want to look into these ERC 404, because many people are excited about this, but I don't know how they are going to solve that issue. So I'll look into it. I'll have a read into it. I don't know if they have a white paper or something, but I'll look into it to see what they are trying to achieve, because there's definitely a good idea in allowing people to trade pieces of NFTs.
Oh, definitely.
But like you said, if you don't do it properly, then you will destroy the whole thing, right? So yeah, definitely maybe want to look into it. Maybe for
All
next.
Right, let's
next
get on
week.
to the questions, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we got some good ones in here. So Hodl is saying, hey, Da Vinci, can you please show your portfolio for the next bull run?
Well, if you want to see my portfolio, you can head over to davincij15.com and you can subscribe and you can see exactly what I have in my portfolio there once you subscribe. Okay?
Exactly. We also have done an episode where we kind of suggested a way for you to invest. Remember, I think it's one of your videos, so you can go and watch them, Hodl, because it was a good one. I had fun doing it. Nice. Then Nick is asking, Bitcoin at 100K this year? Question mark.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like that possibility is increasing. Generally, it doesn't happen, right? That kind of round, big, fat, round number in the happening year, but we might see it we'll definitely see it for 2025. Definitely.
Yeah, there was Pompliano, which I spoken on my podcast. Super cool guy. Anthony Pompliano was on CNBC the other day, and he was saying there is 12.5 times the demand on Bitcoin compared to the supply. So if the demand keeps up at this pace, we will see new all-time high at the end of March. I mean, if all those ETF buyers, so BlackRock, all those people keep buying up, scooping up all these Bitcoins, we will see March all-time high. So it is possible. Yeah, definitely possible. Like you said, Daniela is asking, is Shiba still good?
Yeah, Shiba has gone sideways and it's not doing anything. And you're like, do something, kicking it with a stick, right? It's just the way it is, right? I mean, it will get its chance. It will get its day in the sun. You just have to wait. I mean, for example, I told you guys about Solana a long time before it actually moved, that it was getting back to $100. But it was months before it did that, right? Months.
I remember that call.
And so you're just going to have to wait. It might be next week. It might be in a week after. It might be 2 months away. But it will come. And when it does come, it's going to come heavy and hard. And you won't see it coming. Because it's a meme coin. And this will be built up elasticity and then poof, off it goes, right? Just like the Dogecoin. It's just going to go. It just go.
Yeah. Indeed. Speaking about Shiba, Holiday Message is asking, or is saying, if Shiba hits 0.01, just $1,000 invested now would be million. What did you always say? If cherries and
ifs and buts for cherries and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas now, wouldn't we?
Exactly. I think it fits really well with this. Yeah, I mean.
And that's a big if and a big but. And that's a big Merry Christmas.
Exactly. I mean, I think we spoke about SHIB and how much they'll have to burn to get close to the dollar mark. I mean, remember, we talked about it on one of your videos. Shiba Inu is not going to go to $1. I mean, I know he's talking about 0.01, so it's not $1 technically, but to get to that point, they'll have to burn so much of it. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't bet the farm on this. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be most likely Bitcoin's the odds that Shiba goes to 1 cent is way lower than the odds that 1 Satoshi goes to 1 cent. Right? You know what I mean? Because that's 1 Satoshi would be one quadrillionth of all the total supply, right? Of Satoshis.
Yeah.
21 quadrillion. Yeah, exactly. It's 21 quadrillion, yeah. Satoshis.
Exactly. So we have Candy Cakes. That's a beautiful name. And it says, great show, guys. Well, thank you. Question. The Bitcoin dip we are all expecting on the next few weeks look like is going too much. Support by pressure. We will see, should we consider diagonal slow climbing in November instead? So I think, are you saying that we're going down in November instead of now? So let me read this. Bitcoin, we're expecting.
I don't know. I think he's expecting it to go slowly in November. It depends on what you call slow, right? Slow is relative.
Yeah.
If it's only going up $1,000 a day, it might be slow for you. Right? So what's slow? Right?
Fair enough. Consolidation, right? Maybe. Yeah. I mean, there are.
Can you imagine? That's just so slow. Bitcoin's only going up $1,000 a day. In 30 days, it's up $30,000 from $100,000 to $130,000. Man, what's going on with this Bitcoin thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'll also add and say, we've seen indeed a lot of buy pressure. That's true, but historically speaking, when there is the halving, there is always a little bit of a dump, right? A little bit of a retracement. So I don't think we're going to go sideways until November. I think it's going to move exactly like you said. It depends on how you consider slow, but I think we will move significantly before the end of the year. Especially, like I said, if we continue at this pace, 12.5 times the amount that we'll have to go and revisit some numbers. So yeah, it's a good one, but I'm not sure we're gonna go sideways until November. I think we're gonna move either directions, right? We have a question from Twitch. Amazing, I love this. Thank you for watching us on Twitch. Any Davitar news?
Yeah, well, the Davitar owners can join this group, and we'll have VIP access, right? In the what's it called, the free meetup. So make sure you sign up, and also stay tuned, because there's going to be more events, and only Davitar holders will be able to come to my birthday party, massive birthday party on a super yacht, because Bitcoins will be pumping then in my birthday. Might as well do something big, something massive, something like expensive.
Yeah,
okay?
I don't want to
say for those Davitar holders.
Exactly. Sorry to jump in, Da Vinci. I don't want to say too much because you will slap me after. But guys, I'll say one thing: if you go on OpenSea and check the characteristics of the Davitars, so each Davitar has his own kind of unique characteristics. Some of them are really interesting. So you can filter by certain, I don't know what to call it. It's Sunday. It's not character. What is the NFT thing? Oh man, how do you call it?
We could look it up. They're what's it called? Not characteristics.
Oh my god, I'm going blank now. This is so bad, but I can't remember. But there is a term that basically explains the uniqueness of. Oh my god, I can't. Anyway, some of them are extremely intriguing. So go check them out, because some are. And I've seen there is some people are selling some of the Davitars because they've been trading lately, and they're not really smart in what they're selling. Because when something says hi, you wanna hold it, right?
Yeah, so, exactly. Tributes. That's tributes of the Davitar.
There you go. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
If you go to and so the traits. That's what the
traits.
The NFT traits.
Yeah, there you go. NFT traits. Do you want me to go on back on the screen or no? Stay on the face.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, sure. Hang on a second.
Traits. There you go. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. Sorry, it's Sunday, so my brain was frozen right there. So some of the traits are incredible, right? So you just want to make sure before you sell them. I mean, you shouldn't sell them anyway, but if you do want to sell one, make sure you don't sell something that says hi, right?
Exactly, and it's really rare.
Exactly, yeah. And you have a side menu on OpenSea where you can filter by different kind of traits, and yeah, there you go. And some of them they said
so you can go by staking, and then you could see that. Let's see if we were to go to.
Some they have party, yacht, staking. So you wanna look for those, because dinner.
Exactly.
There you go, yacht.
So the yacht ones, they're going to be the ones who first get to choose if they want to get on this super yacht, and it's probably not going to be like 50. I'm not going to invite 50 people to the super yacht, right? So these guys, probably not all of them, are going to want to come on. And once they get a chance to, right, I'll open it up to all the Dabitars, right? And so, yeah, make sure you own a Dabitar today, all right?
Yeah, exactly. And thank you guys. People say trades. Yeah. Thank you so much. I couldn't connect my brain into that thing. Okay, another one. Let me go. Many good questions. Okay, IC55, which. By the way, thank you for the trades thing. It says, Jam, is a good time to buy Link? I'll let you go, Da Vinci, because I know my answer.
Yeah, well, a Link has already done a nice run, but it will most likely be doing very well into this altcoin season. The reason why is because a lot of people are coming into this market, looking at Bitcoin, looking at it and saying, okay, well, maybe I should buy some. And then when they realize, oh, wait a second, the price is too high, I want to get a whole one, but I can't. They're going to come into the altcoin markets and see what's there. And I think Link has a compelling story. And then this is going to push the prices higher. going into the bull run, that I think we're going to have an epic bull run across the crypto space, all across the board. But I think Bitcoin will come out on top.
Yeah, super well said. I agree. I mean, I would say to you, yes, but, and it's a big but, the time frame, you'll have to be patient because Link is going to do well, but not in 2 weeks. You'll have to wait until probably a couple of altcoin seasons. I think we can see easily an $80 Link, conservative price, but not tomorrow, not next week, next month. It's going to happen in 2025. So if you're willing to invest money, you can lose into a gamble and you have a couple of years, go for it. That would be my advice.
Exactly.
A few more. So are we doing okay with time? Can I put a few more on screen?
Yeah. Let's do one more and then we'll call it a day.
Okay, perfect. So I have one from Bruno says, hey, Da Vinci, do you think ADA will be able to surpass $3?
Will ADA pass $3? Let me just take a look at the charts of ADA before I can say for sure that will happen.
Okay, let me put you on the screen.
Pull it up.
There you go. Yep.
So you're asking if it will make an all-time high. Odds are, because it didn't really consolidate long enough, probably not. Probably going to do the best it will probably do is is that right? Wow, 61.8 is so far away. Jesus. The best you could hope for right now is 38.2. And then pray for 61.8. Jesus.
But what about at the end of the next book? Because I think ADA is going to go to $5-6 easy, but at the end of the next bull market. So in 2 years.
In the next bull market, it might have something. But this one, it just doesn't have any kind of real reason for people to get in on the board. Now, this could I could be wrong, and where the sense of for example, all the people coming in from different from okay, wait a minute, I can't buy Bitcoin on the ETF, but I want to catch something that's coming up. They might push this thing higher, but that's it, and it will just be artificial. But looking at this chart, this is not good. This is not good. This thing might only do 38.2. And you might hope for 61.8 if I'm right around here. Wow, that's crazy. Well, sorry guys.
I mean, in my what do you say? I can't find words today. In my corner, I'm saying, well, any altcoin chart at the minute is bad, right? Like if you look into anything, they have not gone to their all-time high, right? Or any altcoin, even Ethereum, to be honest, or Solana, or Avalanche, Avax, or all of them, they've gone down 80%, 90%, 70%. So I'm expecting Cardano to power through 2025 and go over the $3, to be honest. They are building some good stuff. There is a major upgrade coming in their network. So I wouldn't say, I mean, my opinion, I have some, so of course I'm not neutral in the matter, but I think it's going to do well. There's a good community of ADA gang, Cardano people, so NFTs are coming in. So I mean, they already are on the network, but if you look into the ecosystem, if you open up a tab and you search Cardano ecosystem, you will see there is a lot happening in the network. So I think it's gonna go to $5 or $6, but not in the next 3 months for sure.
Yeah, but it's gonna come up to $1 at least and stick around there for a while.
Yeah,
most likely. And then maybe I would say we'll pass its all-time high in the next bull run. Not this one, is my guess. Might be wrong.
Okay.
Might be wrong. But in my history of looking at cryptos, this is not going to come back yet.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Right. So,
good.
My opinion.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, you've seen way more than I've seen. So, I mean, definitely experience in charting and seeing projects. Because like you say all the time, we have thousands of cryptos, but there's only one which has been on top consistently for the past 10 plus years, and that's Bitcoin. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it doesn't have the alpha the Bitcoin has, right? I mean, yeah, I don't see it. No. Every time I look at ADA, the best thing you could like, yeah, they're coming out with great stuff, but is there anything really, really major? I don't know. I don't know about that. That's going to be a game changer. Difficult to say. I would have to because you know what, there's no easy way to buy it with decentralized form, right? I can't click my MetaMask and go switch to ADA. Can't do that, right? And so I have to do, what? Okay, for example, people name a wallet that's that's an extension for ADA for Cardano. How about you, Mauricio? Starting with you, name a wallet. What's it called?
Just for Cardano specifically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are a few. So you can use
But name them without looking.
Oh, Yoroi it's one of the one that I like. It's like acts like MetaMask. It's like an extension on your browser, and you operates really well. Without
All right,
looking.
so you do know. Okay, so I was wondering if you knew.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I couldn't think of any.
No, there is. I mean, in my defense, I hold Cardano. I'm a Cardano fan, so I know how it works. But I like your argument because you're basically saying, I mean, they have way much more competition than, for example, Bitcoin, because they'll have to compete with so many others, right? I know there is also Daedalus you have to download, but Daedalus is really, quote, bad because every time you open your wallet, you have to download the entire blockchain. So I don't use that one. But Yoroi works quite nicely. I like it. It's agile. It's also on your phone. But I see what you're saying. Like until they'll find a way for you to integrate into the EVM maybe machine, like kind of become a MetaMask, then they'll have to face, for example, on Solana you have Phantom, right? Going through the same struggles. But I think they're doing okay. I'm a fan. It's the third largest crypto in my portfolio. So I like Charles Hoskinson. I like what he's doing. But like you said, they have a problem because if you have the Bitcoin market and then let's say a portion of that market goes into Ethereum, then another portion is going to be a battle in between Cardano, Avax, Solana. So it's going to be a battle right there for sure. And like you said, they'll probably win. I mean, Polygon maybe will have an advantage because of so many reasons, right? Like you always say, if you have Polygon, you can use Polygon everywhere. As long as you have Ethereum, it works. So they'll have to make people download a specific wallet into a different network, which is not bridged into it, right? So it's a uphill run for sure. But I have faith. I like ADA. I think it's going to do well. I think my target is $6 for this run. So by the end of 2025, I think between $5 and $8 is conservative. But I don't know. I'm just speculating based on what I've seen in the past. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and I see Matic, right? I mean, I'm looking at Matic's chart right now, and it's clearly, going to have a chance to break out above its all-time high of $3, because it's like it didn't go all the way back down to its lows. It held the line at the 88.6, right? Pumped all the way back up to all the way up to its 38.2, well before the what's it called? Yeah, is this this is the 38.2 there? Yeah. So it pumped all the way to the 38.2, well before it's our beginning of the market, and so this indicates a lot of strength, super strength, and so I would say that this is going to show us something absolutely incredible, where we might actually go as high as $11.
Nice. Yeah, I like Matic as well. I think they are doing a lot of good partnerships, and I like the ecosystem. I think it's going to do well. It's going to be a big fight for the, I don't want to say spot number 3, because I think for me you have Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's just like, no one is going to kill Ethereum, if you ask me. The Ethereum killer is not born yet. I don't know how you feel about this, but I don't think, I mean, it's not going to happen, at least anytime soon.
Yeah.
So it will be the bronze metal. So who's going to catch the bronze? Well, we have Solana, which when it works is nice, but, you know, has its problems. And in between Solana and Cardano, I'll pick Cardano every day, like without even thinking. I know some people are going to get upset here, but if I have to choose in between Solana and Cardano, it's not even like it's Cardano. Like,
yeah, of course.
I mean, I don't even have to squeeze anything because at least it's decentralized, you know, and it works. So,
Yes.
but is it going to take the third spot? Probably not.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's end this here, right? Because it's been over an hour here. Thank you for joining me on this show, and both you, Mr. M, and all the audience. Without you, there would be no show. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, head over to Mr. M's channel, like and subscribe there, because hey, we do shows every Monday. And when does it come out? On Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesdays is when we upload it. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, it's an NFT show. So if you're interested in NFTs, yeah, that's the show to watch. Okay, well, thank you all again for watching, and look forward to actually maybe we might do a consistent live show where we show you some tools in the future. So be prepared for that. All right.
Yeah, we're brewing some good stuff,
and we'll see you next time.
Exactly. Thank you, Da Vinci. Thank you, guys. See you next week. Cheers.